you'll see a lot of competitiveness, and that's the start of it now.
Right away, it was Lamar making his mark. It was shifted right to Diego Costa. And Atletico have scored within 43 seconds here. Talk about being caught cold in the heat. Real Madrid nowhere, and Atletico lead 1-0.
Well, that's it. They lost the challenge on the halfway line now. You talk about Diego Simeone. His teams are so fired up, and we've been chatting about it before the game kicked off. They're fired up. They want to win this game. The animosity, the hatred between the two clubs. You'll see that later on. And I'm going to mention, obviously, Sergio Ramos, who's been sent off 19 times in the Liga, 24 times in total. That looks like it takes a deflection. I think the shot from Costa was deflected by Sergio Ramos. Let's have a look, see.
Jerry, I wonder whether Morata was also very clever. Would he have been given offside if he touched it? I don't know.
Well, let's see again. I think the keeper had it covered. It was going to hit the near post, and it was deflected into the far post there, off the right foot ankle of Sergio Ramos. And had Morata touched it, I think it would have been disallowed. And he was clever enough to let it run. And I'm not sure these two guys would get together and be a good formation, the two centre forwards, because they're similar. But that's the early goal and the first blood for Atletico Madrid. Yeah, they're a bit short of confidence again, and it's scoring goals now. Look at this.
Saul has got it. And it's 2. And João Felix weighs in with a goal for his new club. A fabulous start to his Atletico Madrid career. There's one thing to score in that famous jersey, but to do it against the famous all-white makes it all right indeed.
Well, that's a dream start for João Felix. He's come into the box. He had a great season last year, particularly the second half for Benfica. And Sal gets to the byline, too easy for me, cuts it back. Oh, there's 3 or 4 white shirts. They're not picking anybody up. And it's awful defending. It really is. And where's Odriozola? He might get forward, but he hasn't got back, and it's a tap in for João Felix, and a great opening debut goal in the derby for him. Oh, too easy, Paul, far too easy.
Atletico Madrid, true to type, seem to have been working very, very hard while they've been here since the 0-0 against Guadalajara to open the International Champions Cup campaign. 25 million from Tottenham. And here's the young left-back, Renan Lodi, who is also looking a player in the great tradition of Lamar. Deflection on it, Courtois got down well.
That's a good ball. Here's Trippier.
Eluded Marcelo. Ramos kept his arms by his side. It's nicely done by Koke, brilliantly done. And it's 3. Oh, it's fantastic. They can't stop themselves from scoring. Correa's in this time.
Oh, what a goal.
Koke so very, very clever, and Courtois beaten again.
Well, I did say to you, when this young boy comes on, Angel Correa, he is a flying machine. He's got great technique. He knows where the back of the net is, and I think that's a good partnership. Really is. But the ball from Sal was a good ball, you're right. I think Real Madrid are still in second gear. They're first everything. Trippier wins this, the ball forward, clever, links it through, he's onside, he takes a touch, he knows where the back of the net is, and instinctively pivots there, and bang, back of the net. No chance for Courtois. 3-0. This is a right. It really is. Wonderful skills.
But Jerry, what are Real Madrid doing back there? Everybody rushes to the ball. It's panic stations in front of Courtois.
When he made the run there and he was onside, he's coming from a deep position. Nobody picks him up. Look at that pass. It's awful.
Saul won it back, and here we go again, and it's 4. And this is actually becoming embarrassing for Real Madrid.
Well, it's easy for Sal, because if you anticipate and you want to get to the ball before the opposition and they're in second gear, they're going to have chance after chance, and they can score at will. 4-0. This is going to be a huge defeat.
Diego Costa, written off too soon perhaps. He's got 2 here against Real Madrid.
It's all about anticipation, and when Sal wins it and gives it to him, Diego Costa's not going to miss. Thank you very much. There, the pass from Sergio Ramos is awful. Look at Modric on his back foot. Sal anticipates it, wins the ball, slots it in. They are committing suicide. They really are awful.
Wasn't anywhere near his best in 2018-19, but he looks renewed here, I must say. Lamar. It's a good one. Sharp stop from Courtois, completely unchallenged. Was it Savic who went for it?
Yeah, and this is awful. He has nobody picking him up, marking him. It's a free header. Have a look at this. Where's his marker going? It looks like it's Tony Kroos, who should be close to him, but they're not picking him up. Free header, he comes in from the edge of the box and hammers the header, and it's Hermoso. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. How many chances? And he's made 2 or 3 good saves. Here we go.
The new look Atletico are brisk, business-like, confident and very fit for a team that's only played 1 game before tonight. And here's Kieran Trippier arriving in the box. It's a great ball by Trippier. Wow. And it should again be 5.
Oh, fabulous ball, Kieran Trippier. I tell you, that was different class. Lamar will be disappointed he hasn't put that one away. Super ball in, he whips it in. Oh, it's a great delivery. He's got to just cushion that one with his left foot in the back of the net. It's got to be in the goal, and so disappointed with the finish. Great ball, he's in.
Lodi again to João Felix, who's shaping up so very well. João Felix, a new name to so many over here. Not for much longer. Diego Costa went over. It might be a penalty. It is a penalty.
There's a little bit of a shimmy from Diego Costa when he receives the ball inside the box. This is brilliant skill from João Felix. He lays it up here, and there's the pass from Lamar. Now, 1 touch. Oh, it's a silly challenge from Isco,
who's on a yellow card, remember. I wonder whether there's another yellow to come.
That's a penalty kick all day long. He's got to be kidding me.
Diego Costa with the chance of a first half hat-trick against Real Madrid here in the MetLife Stadium. Even if Courtois keeps it out, it won't make it respectable. Costa down the middle, beats Courtois, and Real Madrid would rather be anywhere else right now. Real Madrid a distant third with 68 and likely to go 6 behind in this game. They are 6 behind. He just cannot stop scoring tonight. Diego Costa has done it again.
4 goals. He has found his form. He is on cloud 9. Honestly, every time he gets the ball, he looks like he's going to score.
This is the Diego Costa we saw at Chelsea 3 and 4 years ago, terrorising centre-backs and so confident in front of goal.
Yeah, he's class. He is a class act. He's a class finisher, especially in this form. And he times his run perfectly through the legs of the defender, and he dinks it over the advancing Keylor Navas. But what about the defence again? He's got a touch, and it's through the legs of Nacho.
Another great thing about this for Atletico Madrid, the assist by João Felix, as he was doing at Benfica last season, Jerry, and you spotted it earlier tonight for our viewers. He just sits off the defender, finds a metre of space and plays a teammate in. Eden Hazard. That's a bit more like it from Hazard, and they get one back, Real Madrid. The last touch might have been by Nacho.
I don't think he knew too much about it. It hit him rather than him putting the ball in the net. And it was good play from Eden Hazard. That's a really positive attacking role he's shown there on the left-hand side, Paul, and he needed it, and Real Madrid needed it.
That was a moment, a glimpse of the real Eden Hazard in a Real Madrid jersey. Here it is, and he gets away from Correa.
Shows great determination, and there's a touch at the near post, and it hits the left heel of Nacho. I don't know if he knows too much about it, but it hits him on the left heel, and he's happy to claim that goal.
Bound to get feisty.
Challenge.
It always does here, and people need to put their arms down. Diego Costa's in the middle of it, and he's lost the plot, as he tends to do all too often. Carvajal actually took the first hit, and he didn't like it much.
Well, that's what I was talking about, and it's Lucas, I think, and Lucas is not happy. He's not happy with the challenge, I think, from Diego Costa. Who would be a referee in these situations?
Oh, we're going to go with red. I said it because I sensed it could happen, Jerry. Is that really appropriate?
I don't think so. I think yellow card would have been enough, but the referee wants to be very strict on this occasion. He's gone for it. That's one of the reasons I mentioned at the start about the disciplinary record of Sergio Ramos, who's got 24 red cards in his career.
Again, that looks a very sound, well thought out transfer for a player who just gives you everything every week. This is a fabulous run forward, and it's an even better finish to make it 7-1 for Atletico Madrid. There's no end to this. Navas got nowhere near it. Another special goal tonight from Atletico Madrid.
Well, it's Vitolo who's a sub, who's only been on, what, 3 or 4 minutes, and he's a class player. He's a left-sided midfield player, but he's come all the way. He's run a good 15-20 yards, come inside on his right foot and buried it in the bottom corner.
Dare I say, Jerry, one of the forgotten men.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they're forgotten, like Diego Costa. They remember him now, don't they? But look at this run. Really strong, penetrating run, past one. Keeps going. Then he's going to come inside here, and he shows good body strength coming in on his right foot, and that's a great finish. That's one of the best goals of the night for me.
A little glimpse of his undoubted talent. He was a star at Sevilla. Atletico paid a lot of money for him, but so far he's not fired at all at Atletico. Sense that Real Madrid just wish this was over, but there's more punishment to come.
Unbelievable.
Gets away with one. He knew nothing about it.
It should have been it. It really should have been it.
I don't know whether this is actually becoming more embarrassing now than the first half, because Atletico Madrid have put on the kids, and the kids look absolutely full of confidence that they can go and score at will for Atletico.
Well, they're all fit and they're all keen, and it should have been a goal.
Thinking back even slightly further, Jerry, to echo your point, you know, the team season before, penalty for Real Madrid. Oblak's looking thoroughly fed up with life, isn't he? He's conceded one, and now he might concede again. He does concede again.
Well, this game's finishing 2-2 the second half. They lost the first half 5-0, but he'll say we drew 2-2. It's a good run. That's a clumsy challenge, I have to say. Pereira, he gets across him, and I can see why the referee's given the penalty.
Oblak, sharp stop. It's still alive for Real Madrid. Vasquez, deflection on the cross, all along the goal line and turned in. It's another one for Real Madrid.
Wow, that's fantastic stuff. I have to say, the shot from Kubo from the edge of the box was fantastic. That was unbelievable.
And the player credited with the goal to make things look slightly better, De La Fuente.
Yeah, Gareth Bale on the end of it, heading it downwards, and then in it goes from De La Fuente. Does it cross the line? Oh, it doesn't.
I'm not sure, actually, and credit to the player who actually followed in thereafter.
Well, De La Fuente gets the header there and hits the post. I'm not sure that crosses the line.
I don't think it did, Jerry, on reflection.
Yeah. So then it's the follow-up. No, it doesn't cross the line.
And right on 90 minutes, the referee calls it off. Nobody's going to be fooled by what we saw in the last 10 minutes here, when Real Madrid did get the ball in the net on a couple of occasions. For the preceding 85 minutes or more, they have been given a lesson, a very painful lesson, by their great local rivals. Hernandez now credited with that third goal for Real Madrid. But look at the other column. 4 from Diego Costa, Correa, João Felix and Vitolo also on target. The only downbeat note for Atletico here, the red card for Diego Costa after a bit of a schmozzle, and a little glimpse tonight of this young man, João Felix, and the extraordinary potential he possesses, which makes Atletico very confident that they can live on and prosper without Antoine Griezmann. And the likes of Kieran Trippier and the rest of the new boys also excelled in a first half where Atletico tore Real Madrid asunder from the first minute to the last. It was 5-0 at half-time, and it could even have been worse than that. And with or without Gareth Bale, it's a mighty big job to set a mighty club back on an even keel. Real Madrid have got it all to do.